Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 3 of the VHEL. This is Fortnite week 3, Division 1B, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kenzo W. I am your host tonight, and we are set to go for some Fortnite action, and already we are kicking off. Shammy and VH Camphill already looking to be eliminated to see if they can pull it off. Camphill is already in trouble, and Shammy down to 15 health. He's in trouble, and he's gonna go down, and the first team is eliminated. It's always action-packed during the first few openings of the match. Like I said, this is Division 1B, and Division 1B has some very hot teams. XPL, Birth Wolfpack A with 97 points, MD Fortnite with 90, and Spartans Duo with 79 points. Top 3 teams already looking very much top concerns, especially the first 2 spots, only down by a 7-point differential. We see Time Jumper JJ and his partner Kiri getting set for most of their just building and gaining materials so far. Again, very early of the match is always so fast-paced with teams dropping like flies left and right. As always, it's always action-packed in these opening rounds. They're heading towards tip-top Terrence. Anyways, always, this is pretty much, action-packed. Taking a look at the map, it's so far these teams are evenly spread out. Not much action going on. You see teams slowly gathering materials as Komodo has an elimination, as we see FAL always excited to see him. Very, very exciting showing out in the ESC qualifiers on Saturday. That was a pretty exciting matchup. We see more action going down. DPL is able to get the 2-piece combo, and he has 2 eliminations. Have to rush over to his teammate who's knocked down for the time being. Can he rush over to him? We'll have to see. He's boxing himself in, and he's going to revive his teammate. They are safe for the time being. 33 teams left in the match. 57 players left to go. As DPO rocking the legendary Enforcer AR. We've seen a lot of that, plus the Iron Pup shotgun. You see EXR going to use the mist to regain his teammate's shield. And right now I have to be very careful as the first storm circle is slowly shrinking. But another thing that you always see is players hanging out in the storm. As always, the storm doesn't do much damage early on in the opening rounds, but as that storm circle shrinks, it's going to do much more damage early on in the match. If we take a look at the map once more, Sandy Strip being occupied by a couple teammates. As we see Sloth and Crispy Chip already engaging in firefight. And see them firefight once more. Sloth got the 68 shield, trying to engage as much more, but he's going to get third party from above by Guns Up. And Sloth's just trying to box himself in slowly. And Crispy Chip is going to finish off Lorenzo, but no dice there. Guns Up looking to finish his teammate, getting dropped once more, and Crispy Chip gets bailed out by his teammate. Oh, that was incredible play by Sloth, and he's going to rev his teammate. They avoid elimination. 2 eliminations between the 2 of them, as 31 teams are left in the match. Crispy Chip with 30 health left, going to use the mini pots as his teammate drops the med kit. And they're switching between that. That is a good, smart idea. So as the next storm circle slowly approaches, Chip going to use the Flowsberry Fizz. As we see a team down in the storm, and that's just hanging outside. More firefight team Jade. It's Eyeball trying to do the 2v1. Oh, they get his third party. Watch out! And they're going to get eliminated. They should have looked behind them. They were getting third party from behind. The 2v1, the bait does work. As we see DPL once more, he has 2 eliminations between the 2 of them. Bailed out his partner the last time around. Will it work out? We'll have to see as he slowly creeps up the hill. As we see Sensible Rook also in that area. XTF does not want to push to engage. That's also another key strat. Like we said on Saturday, it's really about players' choice on whether or not they want to push or whether or not they want to engage. It's always about what's the best idea. You saw last time it's about going 0 to 100, which gets you a victory sometimes, but a lot of times you have to be very careful. Don't want to push for the time being. EXR still is not going to farm the materials as much as he can for that late end game. 51 players left as the storm circle. As the storm slowly shrinks away. Teams slowly start to find their materials. Lots of teams spread out. See lots of engagement so far at Quality Launch, as we see Team Park there for the time being. More teams sliding through that forest area as Team Space Park, at least the labs. Hopefully, we get some action going on into there as the timer just slowly ticks down. You really get to see what more these teams really have to bring. Remember, it's a 7-point difference between the first place team and the 7th place team, and you might get a little bit of action as Ollie, Otter, and Beetle. Ollie, who was a game changer in the last time in ESC qualifier, he can make himself a bit more of a presence. Let's get the knockdown, and we'll get the elimination. Tries to get another one. Can he do it? Oh, Nerd Boy seems to be in trouble, and he will get eliminated as Beetle gets credit with the elimination. 29 teams left as Ichiban as another team goes down. This time it's another one as Beetle has 0 shields, but he's going to use that mist to buy him the time. However, as Stone Circle is to drain his health, we'll have to see it. Beetle far through that box. He's not going to get anything but going to push for the time being. To get up that time jump is going to make him pay for being gritty. But Beetle is going to get rewarded and another elimination for Beetle. His 3rd of the match, 4 in total for Beetle and Ollie, with 27 teams left in the match. Go over Eagles and Reaper, no elimination, 22-1, but they might have a chance. It's 2v1 in their favor, but it's backfiring on them. As Reaper tries to get it all by himself, Reaper's going to evade down to 36 shields left as he used the wingsuit to get out of there. Shots fired, trying to knock him out of the air, but his evasiveness is on a point. Just gets out in the nick of time. Well, it's a heartbreaker for Eagles. They do possibly have another chance to get up in the 2nd round. As we just see, I have Freddy PR. He's going by himself. Will it pay off when that's the fire hell? Down to 50, down to 5 shields. He's all by himself, trying to box his way in, trying to survive as long as he can. But it's not going to matter. Komodo will drop him, and he's rocking with his 5th elimination, 6 in total for him and Ichiban. As the Soul Circle slowly closes in around him, Komodo just trying to do it, or he's going to push. Let's see what happens. He's being very greedy. Will it pay off? As Squid just trying to box himself, tries to rise and cranking a 90, see what he can do. Kfo also another player that you have to watch out for. Doing it by himself, the ball is paid off and shoots at the top of the structure from above. Squid, Ichiban tries to get out of there. Squid's going to get and use the window to fly. Tries to get out of the storm circle. Combination 22 and Kfo. Kfo with 2v1. Looking very tired from unless he can use the window to get out of there. It looks like he does it, as he's going to just get on top from above, just get him out. He could do it. Oh, Kflo's going to make a pay. Oh, Komodo taking some damage, but Kflo will be eliminated. Komodo will hang on his 6th elimination of the match, 7 in total. They're going to use the wingsuit for the time being as Komodo stuck up on some shields. This has been very great, but now they have to get out of there. That Stone Circle is slowly tricking in as Komodo, his health is slowly tricking away. Will they get out there? Looks like they might. As 23 teams left in the match, Mello and Ollie get an elimination. And we see Komodo wants to fire off a couple shots, tries to get down. Finally, crit knocks him down. But the Clout wants to try to get him away as Clout tries to box himself in. Oh, Komodo's being 3rd party. Has to be wary of that as Clout just gets away. Shots fired in the air. Clout will take a couple of damage. Komodo in trouble. Komodo just in trouble as he lowers himself to get away. And there goes Final. He's eliminated, the 7th elimination for the time being. See Komodo. Also, she also pointed out for the men. 7 eliminations, 8 in total for some. 8 in total, excuse me. Komodo just bringing off some more energy as he can. And this is the strategy. A lot of fast-paced action we saw early on as Komodo really is the heartbeat of that team. We take a look at the map for the time being. Again, the top three players we see so far is 9 eliminations in total between Ollie and Beetle. Ollie was also a factor in ESC qualifiers on Saturday, but was not successful in that matchup. Hopefully, he can redeem himself. He's looking towards that area. As Ollie, looks a bit pressure for the moment. We'll see what happens. He's brought up above. Ollie wants more. May realize he could maybe get a quick mission off the above. Will it pay off? We'll have to see. Pickles off at the top. Just trying to get it. 20 teams left as K-Town gets an elimination over EXR. Ollie trying to make good with his but Ichiban just surviving as much as he can. Komodo in trouble. Very much in trouble. Oh, Ollie down to 55 health. Also much in trouble. Trying to box himself in. Beetle trying to get there in the nick of time. Very much trying to see what they can do. If they can, we'll have to see what's going to happen. Ollie picks off at it. Slowly, just trying to get as much as he can. Ollie wants more. Stuck in that storm. Ollie wants to try to see if he can go over to Beetle with 4 eliminations. Up in the match. Beetle trying to shot off at that structure. But it's not going to do much as he regroups with his team. His buddy for the time being. And so they're going to try and back off. They do have that team about to really worry about. They really do have to just see what they can. And it's really a really bad structure to see what can they do. Beetle tries to fire off a couple more shots, but it's not working. But that structure is being tripped inside, being Komodo down to a little much health as he can. And Beetle fires off more shots. Komodo is down. This is really a big structure. If he can get that elimination, Ollie also knocked down the 1v1, and Beetle's going to get credit with the elimination. 19 players are left in the match as Beetle revives his team. I'm getting so much confused, but that's the nature of it. This circle much is approaching as that storm circle really closes in. Playing over to Mello. Haven't seen much of him in the early match, but he does have 2 eliminations apiece. We have to see what is going on for the time being. Mello boxes himself in, peeks out through that area, but there's no dice there. Can't find anything. He's just going to sit there and park the bus for the time being. 29 players are left in the match. They're just rocking with 79 health. He's by himself. His teammate is eliminated, so he has to watch out. And speaking of Gabe Hound, we saw him in ESC. A very elusive player, had a lot of eliminations, but was not successful in gaining some. He was eliminated very late in the match. So it kind of shows you what his priorities very much are. Head over back to Ollie and Beetle. 11 eliminations between the two of them. You see Ollie. Oh, Ollie taking a bit of damage, but just gets out. And they're going to stock up using the gold that they have to get some shields. A very smart idea. To see that storm circle slowly creeps in, and this is where the action slowly starts to pick up, ladies and gentlemen. Ollie peeks through the top of the structure. Beetle once more. Him and his team have been very much the Iron Man big player duo as we see. You know, they have been very good so far, sticking together and not being rushing. However, Ollie does make go for a bit of a rush. Unicorn Jamie slowly heads towards that inside of that building. Will it pay off? Oh no, he's gonna do that, but he can drop about 40 shields left, down to a little bit else, to survive as much as he can. But Ollie is going to receive some damage of his own. 16 teams are left in the match. Ollie uses the overhead brace to fly through the air and regroup. But there's a lot of players hanging around that area. He's got to be careful. He goes into the dome, so that's a smart idea. Now trying to get off the eliminations might be really bad. And down they go. Whoa, that was very bad for them. They gave We have some. Sorry if my mic sounds a bit muffled, guys. I apologize. I will figure out much more uh, during the break as we get through this match. 13 teams left in the match. We see VHEL down by himself. No eliminations during the match. He has he has none, but he's been playing very smart and passive. That's another tragedy we've also mentioned during the past. Lots of players really have been playing a bit more passively and not going for much aggressiveness. But some players like to do that. Again, it's all about player choice, depending on who the player is. It's again depending on if you want to go 0 to 100 or do you want to play it very much slowly. And again, it's all about how you want to approach it. Take a look at the map once more. Gameday and his teammate Easy just really much. Let's say Gameday has really been the Iron Man, the main player and the factor in a lot of these weeklies that we have seen him in. Like I said, had a very good showcase in the ESC qualifiers. Was not successful. We'll see if he is successful this time around. Fires up a couple shots, but no dice there. It's going to survey the top of that structure. Does not get any damage. Not get any damage whatsoever. Gamehound really has not found any much success in those couple of shots, but he's going to use his Flowberry Fist and regains for the higher ground with a lot of motion. That's another thing. You also see Flowberry players using that to gain motion as well as the mist. They've been very much high movement techniques also in a lot of these matches. They use the Flowberry Fist. They use the jetpack, not even the jetpack, the wingsuit in these early matchups. That's been how to get out of these storms very much quickly. If you're down to 11 teams, Gamehound once more fires up a couple shots, but he's not going to have anything. Cheap Jack, he's going to get out of there. This is very good movement. I will say that. They're just evading those shots by Gamehound as he's not able to land a couple things. Down to 10 teams. Final 10 teams are left in the match. This is where it gets tricky. Reaper use the wingsuit to get out of much more, and he's going to just back off once more again in the match. Reaper boxes himself in towards that low ground. See if he can pick off a couple players. Again, he is by himself. Go to eliminations as a very good arsenal. We've seen a lot more of that Iron Pup shotgun as we're down to 8 teams. Forever Instinct. Also, again, a lot of these players we have seen here in Division 1B. This is really good for them. So a lot of high-paced action between these two matchups. Forever Instinct also more that we saw in the matchup. It was very good, but did not get much. It was all about the Lizard King. ESC gave out an elimination down to 7 teams left in the match. Forever really rocking on the launch board. Down to 16 teams, not 16, 6 teams are left in the match. Forever once more tries to hit a couple shots as the player goes right by him. In trouble, down to 70 health. Fires up a couple shots. Let's see. Tries to get more. Oh, he is really in trouble. Down to 33 health left. He's going to use the Chug Jug to buy himself some time. Over to Pizza Master. Wow. Easy tries to fire a couple shots. 7 shots. 7 eliminations in total between the two of them as we're down towards the final 5 teams. Who wants it? Oh, we will have to find out. Easy. Hanging on top of the structure is going to meet up with this team. They have the high ground for the time being. We see Easy once more. Tries to get into that structure, but he's not going to have any luck whatsoever. Fire on his cryptic bag boxes himself in. 4 players left in the match. Final moments in the storm. 2 storm circles left. Who wants it all? We will have to find out as Ari takes a bit of damage, but still manages to hang on from above. Easy once more. Fire off a couple of shots. He is really rocking with the elimination, but it's all about he tries to hang on. Easy. As we see Pizza Master and Forever Instinct also down, but he's going to go down And we are down to 3 teams left in the match. Cryptic goes down, and that will seal it for game one. It is Gaypound and Easy with the victory. A premiere showing for Gabehound. He hanged on in that match with his team. 9 eliminations in total for the two of them. But do not go anywhere. We'll be more. We'll be right back with some more Fortnite. You're watching VHEL, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My mic problems have been fixed. Sorry about that. But welcome to drop number 2 of the Fortnite Duos build. Once more, I'm your host, Kenzo SSW. And we are back with game 2 for a recap as 2. We're going to have to wait on that recap as Ichiban takes out a teammate. So he has 2 eliminations. So before all that happened, if you're just tuning in with us, we had Gabe Hound and his teammate win drop number 1 in a very decisive fashion. 9 eliminations between the 2 of them. So, like I said, make sure to stick around. It always gets very much excited here at VHEL. Very much exciting indeed. Remember, these are for points, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the top team in the lead is XPL Borough Wolfpack A with 97 points. Just behind him is MD Fortnite with 90 points as well, followed by the Spartan Duos 1 with 79. So pretty much, very much decisive victory here could lend them some very, very juicy points. Indeed, as we see Ichiban stocking up on some ammo and some material. Always very good. As I always said before, these early few matches, it is always very fast-paced. Teams drop like flies in the early matchups of the game. Due to everybody dropping sometimes at the same place. So it's normally a rush of just gotta get your materials and get out of there as quick as you can. You do not want to be in that area. A very good chest for Ichiban. He's not gonna pick up the SMG, which is very rare. Not gonna pick up that. But you do see a lot of people rocking the Enforcer and the Iron Pump Shotgun. I remember back when people did not like the Enforcer AR, but I guess things change as we see Komodo and Ichiban head over to Humble Hills to stock up on some materials. 33 teams left in the match. And Ichiban and his teammate could use the wingsuit to gain a bit more of higher ground. And another special thing, we see a lot of teams riding on Clutch, more of, the mist and the wingsuit. What are they going to engage? They're going to engage a bit of action right now. VHEL and Timmy says we're going to engage a couple more. Komodo is going to get rocked immediately down to 81 shields, but Timmy says it's going to get knocked down, but VHEL is going to back him up. VHEL hanging in there for his teammate, trying to eliminate Komodo, but it's not going to matter. Komodo, like a Komodo dragon, going to take him out. Heading over to the map, as we see lots of teams pretty much also trying to engage. We see more engagement. Shots fired. What's for Brandon Mullen and Hayes. Another tool we haven't seen much as look at Hayes so far, landing a couple of shots with that Iron Pump Shotgun. Not enough damage to eliminate Shammy, tries to fire through the window, but he's going to get immediately rocked. Trying to fire off down the 18 left. And it's not going to matter. You see Shammy doing what he does best. But he's going to get rocked by Hayes as his second elimination of the match. Ooh. Get more of them? Oh, no. That was the structural damage. Excuse me. As we see Hayes revving his teammate. As you all know, revving only going to give him about 30 health left. As we're down to 31 teams in the match. This is the last drop of the night. So this is where you have to sort to lock in and get what you can do. Try and make points. Try to get some point placements. As we see both of them trying to muffle their way and get some materials. As Hayes surveys his surroundings, realizes there might be opportunities, so he's going to use a bit of the mist to gain some movement. Hayes slowly climbing the hill. Approaches that boxed area. Will it pay off for being greedy? We have to find out. Hayes slowly builds. Tries to get some munch. Oh, it's really looking backfire for him. Kirio is punishing him immensely for that. Will it pay off as Kirio backs off the time being? Hayes realizing he's going to get third party unless he got his aces back. He does for the time being. Gets about 50 shield taken off. Hayes once more. Take that just to the top. Trying to make Kirio pay, but he's going to get paid himself down to 50 health. He's going to back off. Will Will Curio make him punch for that? We'll have to find out. As he slowly uses his med kit to regain his health. He's parks the bus for the time being, drops down below. Uses his Strawberry Fist. A couple fire for Time Jumper. Time Jumper also in trouble. Very much in trouble. The 2v1 in fair. Gets help up top, but it's not going to matter. Curio is going to get rocked. He's going to get knocked down. Down to Time Jumper himself. Time Jumper slowly trying to box himself in, trying to remain as much as he can. Down to 30 teams left. After to do himself on more, but he's going to get eliminated, and it's over for them. Very heartbreaking. Time Jumper tried to hang on as much as he could, but it was not going to matter. They wanted that elimination, as we see the map down to 49 players left in the match. As we head over to Gearzoid and Cryptic, we saw them the last time out. Cryptic, very unfortunate, was down to the final 10 teams in the match, but was very unsuccessful. Will that change? We'll have to find out. Gearzoid gonna pop into the air, use the wingsuit. Oh, it's going to get met down to 18 shields left, 97 health left, just gets out and slowly uses the materials to box himself in and use the flow brief. He has two of them, actually. As Cryptic is eliminated, so it's up to Gearzoid to see what he could do. Gonna box himself in just outside the storm circle. Then use his movement to see what he can. He's gained some higher ground. Uses the flow brief some more. Pretty rare. You don't see people rocking two Flowberry Fist, but Gearzoid realized, I'm gonna need all the movement I can here since I'm by myself for the time being. Gearzoid using everything he can, gets another Flowberry Fist. Again, this is a very unique strategy for him. You rarely see players use two Flowberry Fists. Sometimes it's the Jetpack, the Mist, and Flowberry Fist. It's a trifecta of sorts. Heading back towards the surface with to gain more material. He is low on brick right now. Heads inside the storm. And again, this is where the storm doesn't do much damage. It doesn't do a lot. So players do have a tendency to stay inside that and let it just chip away. Again, there's no engagement, so for Gear's Point right now, this is a good strategy to hang on to as much material as he can. Farming some more materials, take a look at the map once more. Over at Lethal Labs, we see Ravine and Chef Jack. Ravine with one elimination between the two of them. Another elimination is Ares takes out It's John's. Down to 24 teams left. As we see Ravine trying to slowly regain himself. Ravine getting more materials, requesting a bit more. He's at the max so far right now. He does not need to farm any much more. We haven't seen much of... Oh, his teammate is falling behind him. Okay. As we see 41 players left in the match. And as I said before, it is players' choice depending on how they want to approach certain things. Some players like to go 0 to 100 and gain eliminations for quick, easy matchups. Some teams like to play it safe and just stay in the back and be very passive. It's all about playing how you want, as we saw in the ESC qualifiers. Lots of teams play a lot fast pace, and others played in the back. Down to 22 teams left as Harper is synced. Gains another elimination, takes out Guns Up. So we see Chef Jack. So Aaron aiming down sights as this team retreats for the time being. Be careful. Also, there is a team up top, and that's another thing. We have seen players use the high ground only when it's late game is when they start to be a lot more of the higher up in the air. And that's where they start pick off a lot of teams one by one if they have the higher ground. Chef Jack, nothing in there but materials for him. And we see Teams What's More still hanging around Lethal Labs as not much they could really do for the time being. And like I said, we haven't seen Chef Jack and Ravine much more in this matchup. They've been very, very much on the passive side, just waiting for the time being and seeing what they can do. As we're nearing 20 teams left in the match, taking a look at the map once more, you see that storm circle increasingly gets smaller and smaller as we see teams hanging around, looking great for the time being. With more engagement, we see VHEL just trying to hang on. He's all by himself. It's 2v1, not in his favor. Just slowly gets away, using the last of his abilities to get away and trying to box himself in. It's not going to matter. They are chasing him down like a hog. The 2v1 and not in his favor. Will he survive? Down to 69 health left, but it's not going to matter. He is eliminated by Unicorn Jamie. And Unicorn Jamie, also another player in the not in the VHL, but the ESC qualifier. Unicorn Jamie and a Jet Care Bear, 2 eliminations in total. See them regroup and box himself in. 107 left before the next Storm Circle approaches, as 18 teams are left in the match. Unicorn Jamie once again is going to box himself in as we head over to where Ravine and Chef Jack are. Lots of engagement in this area. We see Ravine firing off a couple of shots to try to get in a bit of a height damage, but they're going to survive. Gamehound just a bit below. Ravine has to watch out, and there's Gamehound once more trying to run it back. Catching Ravine off guard as Ravine tries to drop down below and regroup himself. Chef Jack also in trouble, and down goes Chef Jack. He's knocked down for the time being. Ravine just trying to get out of the nick of time, but he's going to try and gain some more health and more damage. Ravine down to 10 shields. He's going to back off for the time being and regain some shields. Chef Jack is eliminated, so it's all by himself. As he heads over to Wonky Land, seeing what he could do. He's going to use his medkit for the time being. He's down to 2. And he's got 80% left of that Flowsberry Fizz. So it's going to be a bit of trouble for him. If he can survive this next wave, as the next Storm Circle has revealed itself. Ravine rocking so much as he can, checking his backpack, seeing what he can do for the time being as he heads and hangs out inside the bush. This Storm Circle remains as it's ticking down, and more for the Storm Circle shrinks. Shields left for Ravine as we see lots of teams. We see a team very out in the storm. I don't think they're going to last long in that one. As we see Komodo and Ichiban, 14 eliminations in total between the two of them. They had that most last match, but they were quickly eliminated. So it is very risky to see what they can do. They're hanging around just outside of Lethal Left, or at Lethal Left, excuse me. 7 eliminations for Komodo, 7 for Ichiban. See what they can do. As Komodo fires up a couple shots, not going to do anything. As he peeks through the top of the structure, Ying slowly closing in on him. He realizes that, but it's not going to land a shot. Ichiban peeks through once more and just trying to see what he could do for the time being. As the Storm Circle slowly creeps in, you just see lots of eliminations start to pick up between these teams. 26 players left in the match as we see Revenge. He's all by himself, so he's gonna likely have to do it all himself. The solo man trying to run it back. We've seen pretty much the story as being trying to pick up the momentum after the ESC qualifiers, just trying to pick up where they left off, as Revenge down to 36 shields left as he boxes himself in and rises up to the top. Derek Care Bear as Derek Care Bear seems to be knocked down for the time being. Will it pay off as Zebra picks him off from the cliff area? Revenge trying to pick off the area using the SMG, seeing what he can do. He's going to just hang out for the time being, or will he go for the elimination? We'll have to see. There's 20 seconds left till the Storm Circle starts to shrink. Revenge just going to chill out in the bush. We see much more. Chef Jack appears to maybe see what he can do. When he could do it, it was going to be a very risky play, but it might pay off for him. You know, Jimmy just hanging around that box. He gets out. He's rushing over to the area. Revenge sees him. Fires a couple shots. He's going to a bit of gauge, but he takes a bit of damage from the fall damage. Yeah, it takes a bit of damage because of that fall area damage. Not what you want to have. 14 teams left. Revenge is now going to use the wingsuit. He's going to fly through the area to meet up. And this is where the area and the chaos starts to really pick up as that Storm Circle shrinks down. Revenge is going to have to be he's going to have to play it very carefully. Does not really pick up out of the air. And speaking of taking shots, down to 36 shields left. Fully boxing himself, and he's going to use the med kit to regain his health as much as he can. That is his last med kit of the match. So it's pretty much going to be very risky for him. Shots fired once more, checking his inventory, see what he has left. Trying to peek once more. You see Cryptic flying through the air as we head over to AJ and AJL. One elimination in total between the two of them. They've played it safe, but AJL is really on death's door, and he's going to meet death for the time being. He's knocked down. AJ just trying to meet him up, but he's going to get taken out, and we're down to the final 10 teams in the match. 19 eliminations in total between Komodo and Ichiban. 19 eliminations between the two of them. Farmer from Materials once more wants to run back again. Komodo just at least seeing what he can do. He's just farming for materials at this point. Storm Eye has shrunk now. 1 minute has passed by since the storm has shrunk, and that storm is shrinking, ladies and gentlemen. As we see By Mace hanging on by a thread with 2 eliminations, as we see Gamehound and Easy, the winners of Drop 1, trying to go back-to-back. Will they do it? They're slowly hanging on. They do have medkits, and they do have Flowberry Fizz. As Gamehound pops his medkit down to 2. He's down to 2 as the Storm Circle's 25 seconds up before that Storm Circle closes in. Down to 19, down to 9 teams left. Komodo with another elimination. Gamehound fires up more. Just hanging on by a thread. He has to be careful. Does not want to get caught up in the crossfire. And you could just see that Storm Circle is slowly creeping in. Will it pay off for the time being? Easy. Slowly tricks in as another Storm Circle starts to shrink. The 8th one of this match. Mello in trouble. He's knocked down. He's going to get eliminated. 2 players left as Cryptic and Gearzoid. Just an elimination between the two. They've played passively so far, and it's paid out very well for them. Cryptic in trouble as just freaking away at the house, but he has, you could just see, this is what I was talking about earlier, that Storm does so much damage. You cannot hang around, and Fingerzoid is going to get knocked down. It's all up to Cryptic as down goes Gearzoid. It's all up to him. 8 teams left in the match. Cryptic going against the Flowberry Fizz. We see Easy and K-Pound rising up to the top. Easy in trouble, down to 34 health left. Down to 34 health left between him. Gonna use his mini boss. He has many of them at his disposal as 7 teams left in the match. 12 players remaining left. The match has, oh, down goes Cryptic. And it's 16 teams left. Down to 5 teams left. Action-packed, back and forth as we eliminate final. Easy and Gamehound meeting up in the middle. Not trying to catch him off guard. 3 eliminations in total. Easy just trying to pack it up. See what he could do for the moment as they gain more ground in the air. And trouble looks like a player might get eliminated. 2v1 so far. Gamehound might have it as Ying gets an elimination. The final 4 teams are left. Who wants it all? As Gamehound takes out Komodo once more. Ying looking to finish the job. As him and Bandito try to get much. 23 eliminations. Komodo trying to hang on. Ichiban just trying to rev him, but he's not having the time. Or will he? He's revving his teammate. Will he forget it? As the Storm Eye shrinks and Komodo hangs on again. Each time Komodo looks like he is at the end of his life, but he somehow just gets bailed out by his teammate as Ying is in trouble. Firefox 4-shot trying to take out Ying again. Ying in trouble. He's all by himself. Trying to meet up with his teammate. Again, these two have 23 eliminations in total. One more, down goes Bandito. Master Finder trying to eliminate, trying to third party him. Down goes Bandito as he is eliminated. Komodo and them a record elimination, 24 to 2 is them. And another elimination for Komodo. Ichiban is also knocked down. So it's up to him, up to Komodo with the 1v1 in his favor. The final two, and it's not going to matter. Gabe goes back to back. Oh, heartbreaker again for Komodo as Gamehound slays the dragon once more. An impressive run for Gamehound. Congratulations to all our players around. They played excellent once more. Thank you for tuning in so much, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Kenzo SSW. Thank you to Edge, our amazing producer, for this stream, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you later in the week for some more VHEL. Thank you, everybody. Good night and stay safe.